Hey guys, in this tutorial I'm gonna show you how to make a song like Avicii does, kind of an uplifting song. And before we get started, I want to ask you to like my videos, leave a comment or subscribe. By doing so, I just know which kind of videos you like and which you don't, and by that I decide of what videos I should do more. So you really helped me with doing so. It also, my video will get ranked up on YouTube, so when someone searches for it, it will more likely be there. So thank you for doing that. So in this tutorial we're gonna create something that sounds like this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You can make it better, and I didn't spend too much time with making this, but I'm gonna show you how I made it, because if I should go from nothing to this, it would take a while and it would be probably pretty boring to watch, and I could make lots of mistakes and I would just need to fix them, and that would just take too much time. And I do have that time, but I don't think I should spend it like this. So I rather just show you how I did it. So here we are. I think the most important thing in Avicii songs are the chords. So let's solo the chords. And you think making such chords may be something hard, and you maybe need to know music theory, but you really don't, because I don't, so don't do you. Well, yeah. And how I did those chords, it's pretty simple. So first I just set some melody, like this one, on the bottom, but wait, I just delete the rest and show you how I started. I started with this melody. Everyone could do that by your ears. You just click it and you know if it sounds good or false. And if you don't, then you don't have good ears. So I made this melody. It was like 1 minute till I made it. So that's the basic melody. Anyone can do that. Then I put it back, but then I just copied the melody, pasted it 1 octave up, 2 octaves, and 3 octaves. So it was the same melody, 4 octaves of this melody. But then 3 octaves stayed the same, but this octave, the second one, the third one, I changed that. And you just do that again by your ear. You choose a... Let's see, I'll show you this way. So before it was like this. And I just choose to loop 1 octave I have. When it's changed, I don't loop that. I just loop the part I want to edit. And I pick the third octave and move it around. And till it sounds good. So this sounds pretty good, but I used this one, so I just leave it there. And that's all I do. I create the chords like this. It's not exactly chords, is it? It's just 2 different notes, but you just pick the third octave and move it around until it sounds good. And when it does, you move on to the next part of the song. So again, before it was like this. And I just move it here. So you move it, and until it sounds good. You know that by your ear. Everyone could. Someone maybe doesn't, but that's how I do it. And so we just make such chords. You probably wanna do it by this, not like this. You could do them that way as well. I mean, it's on you. I will usually take 3 bars, 3, and for each note. Well, that's how I made the chords. And the chords are the most important part. They should sound probably better than this, but once they are done, you just copy the chords. Well, I take 1 octave of the chords. Let me see which one I did actually. It's the one here. You see, it's the same thing there. So the sounds you need to have is one sound is kind of really important is the chords, and that should be something that is alive, that everyone can hear in the song, something that, and then the next sound is something that will just play in the background. I use this pad. It's not something that should be loud. It's just somewhere in the background, and you know it, and you can hear it, but mainly you have to hear the chords. And then there is a lead. Actually, I should, yeah. And the lead just makes the chords sound better, because without the lead they sound like this. And with the lead they sound more fuller. And especially when they are sidechained. It's not a big difference, but it's there. And actually, I get to the sidechaining part later. But then there's the distraction, the lead, and the bass. The normal bass. And I use silent presets. I know Avicii does use silent presets as well. So that's one thing you should know. But I also used the massive here. I made this chord sound. Of course you can make all the sounds, but it really doesn't matter that much, because in this kind of style you need to focus on the melody and the chords. In dubstep you should make sounds, because in dubstep sounds are more important, I think. And so that's what I have here. And all the other melodies, the chords is the main melody, and all the other have the same notes as the chords. So let's see the bass. The bass goes like the chords. You can see it here. I have a load ghost notes. I think it's helpers, ghost channels. So you can see the other channels here. And they all use the same notes as the chords. Not all the notes. The bass uses just these bottom notes. The distraction, I think, uses these. This we change it, and the lead again uses these notes. So they all use the same notes, and that's why the chords are the most important thing. Then you just copy the notes you used in those. So let me just make this. So this sound uses the notes, we change it in the chords, and the rest of the sounds uses the first notes we draw, the bottom notes, and you just copy them, put them in a different octave, and you got some full melody with chords. And once you have this is the most important thing. Then the rest is way easier. The rest is just finishing the song, putting intro and build up and that stuff, but that's not as hard. The drop, this is the drop. That's the most important thing. So then we got a kick, just a regular kick. You can change it. It doesn't have to sound like this. It doesn't matter what kick you use, unless it's good. And then there's the synth on a channel 5, and everything here is on the channel 5s, and everything is sidechained. You don't have to sidechain it too much, but you should really sidechain. Maybe not all the sounds. I did all the sounds. I got another tutorial for sidechaining if you don't know how to do that. Well, basically you click the channel where is the kick. In this case, insert 1, channel 1, and there where you click the channel where is the rest of the sounds, which in this case is 5. You click here, you right click here and click sidechain to this track. Then you go on the channel 5, you put 3 limiter here, click compression, and you put this number on 1 and change these 2 parameters. Well, I got a full tutorial on that if you need that. Or do I actually have a tutorial on that? Well, if I don't, I can include a link in the description, because that's something you can find on YouTube. 100% sure about that. You just click sidechaining on FL Studio and it will be there. Some people use speak controller, for example Avicii does. I saw it in the video, but I think using limiter as a compressor is better to do. So we got the melody, we got everything, the most important thing at least. Then we need to finish the drums. So we got the kick, which is pretty good, and the rest is just a snare and some hi-hats. And here I got a loop from Vengeance Electro Pack, and I know that Avicii as well uses many loops he got from other producers, so you can use loops. It's not cheating, it's something that is made to be used. And you really have to just go through many loops till you find the right ones, and I think these are the right ones. Let me just, okay.